Okay, so just a quick video here to try and explain the build a little bit. When you come into a map, you want to do Staggering Palm onto your bells, and that'll give you this buff here, Staggering Force, which fires projectiles out from melee attacks. Works for Whirling Assault too. It doesn't last very long, so you want to hit it on like 2 or 3 bells right at the beginning. Get it up to 29, 30 seconds, and then while you're mapping, you're just, every once in a while, just Staggering Palm a mob. You have enough stun to make this effect go off, just like 1 or 2 hits on a mob. Besides that, from your amulet, we have instilled Thaumaturgic Generator, which will give you power, frenzy, and endurance charges, just randomly every 5 seconds. And then you get buffs from that from your charge regulation. Is that what it's called? Yeah. You get crit chance, evasion, energy shield, and skill speed. So just randomly as you're mapping, you'll get these buffs from your power charges, endurance charges, and frenzy charges popping up. Besides that, you want to make sure that you also use your power charges to enable charge staff, so you have 2 different projectiles firing out from all your melee attacks. Most of the time as you're mapping, you're not really melee hitting enemies, you're going to be hitting them with your projectiles. That's why you have this, let's see if I could find it. You have a gem somewhere. Oh, I think it's this one. That gives you, yeah, 22% increased melee damage if you've dealt a projectile attack recently, which that's basically always active. And then you will actually use the Tempest Flurry on rares and bosses and stuff, so both of those will be active. And then just one last note here, off of your helmet, we do have the Raven Touched gem slot, which will allow you to instill your helmet, and I've instilled Zaroth's Gift, which gives you an extra jewel socket. And most of these jewels aren't really that great. They're like maybe 20 to 80 div a piece, so you can get better ones, especially this time lost one down here. It could be improved. I don't even do cold damage anymore, so it's like a 3-slot gem jewel. Anyway, let's go through a map a little bit and see how it actually plays. So like I said, you want to get your buff for your Staggering Force and your Charge Staff, and then you use Tempest Flurry as you're mapping to kind of hit enemies with your projectiles. I do that if it's like clearly just enemies in front of me. If there's enemies around me, or if I'm being like surrounded, I use Whirling Assault. I played Whirling Assault all the way through campaign and like early mapping and everything, kind of got sick of it. So I tried to do like a Master T's Ice Strike build for a little bit, but I was dying all the time, and eventually came back to this one. And if you go to Requip Gaming's YouTube, this is like highly modeled after his build. It's not as like expensive, so it's not as crazy as his, but it's basically the same thing. So if you're looking for upgrades from this, you can go to his page and see how he does things. But we just killed like what, 17 rares there, 2 seconds. It's very like capable. Also, Headhunter does a lot of heavy lifting here, so as you get further into the map, you'll obviously become more tanky, more capable, and do a lot more damage. But it's just making sure you got both projectiles firing off, and then using Tempest Flurry in front of you, or Whirling Assault if things are surrounding you. And if you have like a big enemy, I just drop a bell and do Whirling Assault on it. It kills them pretty quickly. But that's about it. Anything else, I'll leave my Discord. You can message me on Discord if you have any questions, and I'll help you figure it out. Like I said, I won't be playing anymore after this, so I should have some time to help you. I gotta tend my kid now, so GG's, have a great league.